Welcome back to BZTV. I'm here with Garen and myself. Going to talk to y'all about sports in the news right now pertaining to COVID. And there's three sports that we're going to talk about: the PDGA, the PGA, and the
Major League Baseball,
NBA.
NBA, yep.
So first, let's talk about PGA. Those guys are out playing tournaments right now and not really affected too much by the COVID.
No, they said that they pretty much just do some testing and ask that their players quarantine themselves prior to playing tournaments just to be safe. But as we know, golf, people are separated anyway, so they're almost like business as usual compared to like the team sports.
Yeah, because they have their own clubs, their own ball, and they don't really have to be touching their other people's stuff. So that right there is one of the things that you're not cross contaminating if you're touching things. So that being said, baseball is having a big issue with Corona right now, right?
Yeah, just happened. Looks like this is says 6 minutes ago, but I think it's more like a couple hours ago because I hadn't refreshed. But the Marlins, so they were slow to get started with the baseball season, and then they finally got their season together. Kind of had some things figured out. Either don't have any fans or less fans in the stands. But the Marlins had an outbreak, so I guess they'd played. It looks like maybe six different teams in a certain amount of time that they were infected. So not only did the Marlins have an outbreak, but like six other teams were affected. So this virus spread through them as well. So now they're having to not necessarily shut down the MLB, but they're having to restructure the schedule and try to figure out how do we cope with this.
So that's another. Maybe it's because they're sharing the ball.
Yeah, this virus is brutal. Not in the sense, I mean, it is a brutal one and it does kill people, but it's brutal because it's so infectious. So I think that the whole thing is that your team can go from like no infection to one infection to like half your team's infected. I even read the other day that the NFL has increased their roster. And I can't remember whether they normally are sitting at 42 or 48, but they increased their roster to 60, knowing that they need more players to give because they might have a dozen players out because of COVID. So now the rosters are bigger on the NFL.
Oh, it's interesting.
But golf, we're a lot different. You know, disc golf, ball golf, whatnot. It's a not a team sport, so it's almost business as usual. And I think that we're happy to fill that void. I feel bad because the team sports are being pushed so far down, and the people who are big fans of those sports are having a hard time because it's like kind of that's the pastime.
But we got a sport for you.
Disc
Disc
golf,
golf.
it is.
And not only that, your family, your friends, and you don't even have to touch each other. You can, you know, do four people a card.
That's true. You can almost like, I mean, it is a family sport. I mean, you could even call like baseball or basketball kind of a family sport, but you could actually play with your neighbors, your friends, disc golf because you don't have to be that close. Baseball, you can't go out and have a pickup game of basketball or baseball, so it also wins in the recreational department.
Yeah, you're not touching each other.
Yeah, go out with 4 or 5 people. I think some people let up to 10, depending on where you're at in the United States, but 4 or 5 people go out there and play some disc golf or go out in the field and throw some frisbees and doing something active
Yeah.
and not sharing a ball.
Not sharing the disc. Keep your disc to yourself. Don't touch other people's discs. Keep yourself some hand sanitizer in your bag. And enjoy yourself. That's what disc golf is all about. Is enjoying nature. And if you ever follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I'm out enjoying nature, and I find all kinds of cool things to see while I'm out there. Different insects, birds, buildings, plants,
I saw
people.
I saw a funny meme. It basically was showing someone who was sad while they're playing disc golf, kind of just sitting on a rock looking at a butterfly or off in the distance, and it said, "I play disc golf at tournaments until I have some bad shots, and obviously you're not in the money or not in the position you want to be in, and all of a sudden it's just enjoying nature."
Yeah, I I pretty much enjoy nature all the time.
I think sometimes when you're playing disc golf though, and you're really into it, like I know I've had a lot of high focus rounds I played where you almost forget what you're doing except for just throwing the frisbee and you're just focusing, you forget about everything else. But as soon as that bubble pops and you're not doing so well, whatever's going on, I was like, oh, well, okay, well,
Oh,
at least I'm in a happy place.
right. Look at that waterfall or what,
We don't have waterfalls in Texas, but
Oh, we do. They're not as prominent as other places. Not the giant waterfalls, like. Yeah, we got.
it's like our mountains in Austin. Yeah, we have.
Well, it's just like brooks, little streams, little things. Just something to view.
You're gonna have people come down to Austin looking for waterfalls and
I'll
mountains.
show you. You find me, I'll show you. Well, I just wanted to put a little Black Zombie news out there, and you guys enjoy your night.
Yeah, enjoy it and enjoy the disc golf. I think we're going to see a lot more growth in disc golf with all these other sports having a hard time, not just on the pro level, but even on that recreational level of people getting out and wanting to do something. If you can't do team stuff, people still want to be active, still want to do things. I know mountain biking is huge right now. People are having a hard time finding bikes, but disc golf's the same way. I mean, some people are telling me it's like 600% to 1,000% up year over year because so many millions of people getting into the disc golf realm. Oh, picking up frisbees. Let's throw this. Let's do this. And I think that a lot of those people are going to stick, and they're here to stay.
Yeah, I think so. And you got a basket, and you have your kids set up a basket in the middle of the yard, or put it in different spots. You guys could create your own little course in your backyard. It's a disc golf course can be anywhere. You just pick a target. Pick a spot that you're going to throw from and then have fun.
I mean, that's how it started. Disc golf, I don't even know the exact origin, but basically before disc golf or any kind of target golf began, humans were throwing stuff at things, and I'm sure they're like one point saying, hey, let's see who can get closest to that tree, and I'll throw a rock, and like the games begin, because you're like, oh, I can get closer, I can roll it, I can toss it, I can like left hand, right hand, throw from the side.
Over the roof.
And then, of course, you come into disc and baskets, and it develops, and who knows what's next with the disc golf world.
Smaller targets.
Well, they've talked about that, floating the smaller target. I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen. The chains might change, but maybe.
I don't know. I mean, we have smaller targets. A lot of people practice on. I think if those became the targets, well, at least for the pros, that would be more. I think that would be like so much more interesting. Seeing an ace on one of those?
I'd only disagree because I think ball golf's great, and I think it's probably pretty strong. I don't know the market very well, but I know they've had trouble after Tiger, got hurt, didn't play as much, so they lost some viewership. But I know I read things before about it's not fast enough, and they talked about how they speed up the game of golf. So I think disc golf might be that faster pace, more aces, more cool shots, because you don't see hole-in-ones in ball golf very often. But the fast pace, the short attention span that people have, I think disc golf might be that next golf that kind of moves in.
Well, I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yep, we're here, and it's happening. Appreciate everything you guys do with Black Zombie, and look for more things we got going on. We got hats, we got discs, we got all kind of cool stuff coming out. And if you got this far in this video, if you watch the video we did on Girl Power, you might want to see if you can win this disc. Go watch that video, and you can actually make a comment below about how to grow the sport, the girl side, and we're going to pick somebody.
Yep, and blackzombie.com, get you some lids for your head, some putters for your baskets, go explode some chains.
We got the new Girl Power stamp coming out too, so look for that.
Yeah, show them that.
All right. Peace, guys.